Let's talk about it. The death of retail stores across America. Let's get into the clips.
I just saw a video about retail stores that are closing in 2025, and my mind is blown. First off, Party City is closing all of its 850 locations nationwide, and Party City will no longer be a thing after this year. Big Lots is closing all 900.
Never was a fan of Party City. Um, Literally been there a handful of times. Again, they always seem super expensive, but I guess it kind of makes sense in a certain type of way because I guess they did specialize in party supplies. But most of the times I just went to the dollar store if I needed anything along those lines.
150 of its stores, and Big Lots will no longer be a thing after next year. Advanced Auto Parts is closing 600 of its stores, and Macy's is closing an additional 65 stores right after Christmas.
Yeah, Macy's has been teetering on the brink of going under for some time now.
Denny's is closing an additional 50 locations in 2025, and Sears is closing its doors completely in 2025. So Sears will not exist after next year. Walgreens and Foot Locker are both expected to close hundreds of stores across the country over the next few months. Family Dollar is closing 350 locations, and GameStop is expected to announce mass closures in January of 2025. CVS Pharmacy is expected to close a ton of stores this year, and JCPenney is expected to go out of business in 2025. Are we literally living through the downfall of retail?
Let me know of all the stores he mentioned, which one surprised you the most that they are closing down locations. Let me know in the comments below.
I think for me, what I'm trying to figure out here is like what is Target trying to do?
Well, what did we expect? This recession is kicking everybody's behind. Before I landed my second remote job, I worked at a big box store. And this is a new crop of thieves. This is a new crop of thieves. But people were not buying. Like people were not buying the product. We had so much excess inventory and our clearance section kept growing. The store that I worked on kept trying to do like final markdown, final clearance just to get products to move. So strangely, you kind of needed the thieves. You kind of needed the thieves to turn over the inventory, to turn over the store.
Damn, so business was so slow. She's saying that they actually needed the thieves to steal the product to help turn it over. Man, my lord. I think a big problem with a lot of these retail stores now they are dealing with a lot of theft, and I know as a consumer, I go into the store, I hate having to find an associate to unlock the glass doors that they have now to get deodorant or some body wash or especially the laundry detergent. Laundry detergent, as we all know, is extremely expensive, and a lot of these stores are working with a skeleton staff. So you go into these places, and then it takes like I'm literally just waiting in the aisle, and they had the little sensor where you run your hand over, and it's supposed to send a signal to an associate to come over, and they take like 10, 15 minutes to come over and get something. So I think that definitely plays a big part, and a lot of times I just wind up ordering certain items just straight from Amazon. Literally Amazon, I have Prime. I mean, at the worst, I'm going to get it in 2 days. And in most cases, with like household goods, I can get it the same day.
The store was hiring, but they were only offering minimum wage to even seasoned retail workers. And it wasn't teenagers and college kids working. They were offering pennies to grown people with children. The store couldn't afford to hire, but they couldn't afford not to hire either.
Beloved, we've gathered together on this dark, dreary day to mourn the loss of a space near and dear to our hearts, Party City. But Party City wouldn't want this time to be just about them. After all, they spent their life giving us so much. I mean, have you seen their inflation station? No, this is a day to focus on a broader picture. A picture whose portrait has been in the works for over a decade now, and I call it the death of retail. Party City announced a little over a week ago that their 700 stores will be closing following its second Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2 years. This closure will mark not only the end of an era, but the loss of jobs for over 16,000 employees. Though this is sad news for the company, we all know this closure isn't specific to Party City. Numerous retailers such as Big Lots, Macy's, Advanced Auto Parts, and others are either closing their doors entirely or are massively consolidating to cut costs in an effort to salvage profitability. What used to be a bedrock in the American economy is now fading away faster than my dreams of being a pro NBA player. In all seriousness, you can be sad about this all you want, but the economy follows the traffic, and the data is clear. You have not been shopping retail anywhere near what you used to. Just in my own life, since 2022, our retail purchases have dropped drastically, and really the only time I walk into a store now is to use the bathroom or get something in a pinch. Everything else I buy online. I believe some niche stores will survive, such as Lululemon, as well as massive big box retailers like Walmart that specialize in affordability and convenience. But mark my words, the death of retail is coming, and we are all to blame for it. Do you think I'm exaggerating and being too reactive? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
I do believe the death of retail is definitely here. A lot of these retail stores sadly cannot compete with the likes of, big box stores like Walmart. And then you have online giants such as Amazon, where you can literally order anything today. And like I mentioned earlier, in a lot of cases, get that item literally the same day and for a cheaper price. So again, obviously having a retail space, you have a lot of overhead, especially certain malls and certain shopping plazas. I'm sure they pay a ton of rent, which really bites into the bottom line. And just another thing to mention, people love convenience. Um, Nothing like opening up your phone, going to the Amazon app, and literally being able to order any and everything.
I think that corporations like Forever 21, the malls, and any like stores, like real life physical stores, are gonna actually crumble within the next 3 to 5 years because there is just way too much leading up to their failure. First off, I'm just gonna blame like the actual corporation itself. The rules and regulations are actually ridiculous. It makes you not want to go back and buy. My example today is Forever 21. Forever 21, I hate you. I really, really do. I bought brand new items. The cashier gave me the person in front of me's receipt, and they are fighting with me to not even give me store credit because the receipt is wrong. We're in 2023 going into 2024. Why the fuck do I need a physical paper receipt? What? Like, really? I have the credit card, like, everything. What's going on? Then again, I think it was the young lady. This is how I know I'm getting old, because I'm getting annoyed with things like this. I think it was the girl there, because she, like, really was not having it and having, like, I was so sweet. I really tried to work with her. I was like, listen, I got the card, I got this, that, and like, no, she just refused to do anything. She was like, the only like thing that we would be able to do is like an exchange of the exact amount. Like, number two is I think employees are going to also contribute to the downfall of physical stores. Guys, I'm Gen Z too, but what the fuck is wrong with all of you? Like, I feel like I might sound rude saying this, but like no one wants to be nice at work anymore. And it's like, I get it, you hate your job, but like get your fucking attitude fixed.
Yep, they believe that you're doing them a favor by showing up and purchasing products. It's really insane.
You have to work, okay? Influencers, that is really random. Blowing up on TikTok is like 1%. Yeah, it could happen to you. Cool, great. And I would love that to happen to me. But it's like, let's stop living in a like world in our brain where we think we're just gonna get shit for free and like find the easy way out. You have to work. En esta vida hay que trabajar. Tenés que ir a trabajar. I literally have 3.
See, we got to stop living in a fantasy world. She's spot on. Definitely, a lot of these employees that these retailers hire, they don't care. They could care less. And for some, from a certain perspective, I could kind of understand because they're literally in most cases paying a minimum wage. But I mean, if that's what you agreed and signed up to do, you should not take your attitude or because you're unsatisfied with your wages out on the customers.
3 jobs, and do you think my second job is I work at Sephora? Do you think I want to stand there and tell the lady that her cream that's over 60 days old and is basically 95% empty that we cannot do a return? Do you think I want to be standing there arguing with her? No, I put on a smile and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to stand there and like be mean and argue with her. What a waste of energy. Unless then she starts being rude, then I might be rude back. But like, majority of the times, people just get to work and they're like, ugh, and have an attitude and don't smile and aren't grateful or anything. Like, you could be out on the street right now. You could be out on the street genuinely struggling for your life and you're throwing a fit because you have to work. Are you fucking kidding me? Also, it's just a lot easier to sit in front of your computer and order a bunch of shit and then just do online returns because it's just like one trip. You go, drop it off for a return and come back home. It's not like the mall where you have to go drive, walk around, try stuff on, look at them, whatever, and then come back all the way to do a return that they might not even let you do because they want to send you back to the home store where you bought it from. We literally have AI, but we can't do a return without a receipt, which I had the receipt, but it was the wrong receipt because of the cashier that was working at the other store. Like, what is going on? Again, these are very first world problems, but I just wanted to rant because I don't know. I needed to talk to someone and no one was picking up the phone.
That's what TikTok's for. She definitely made some strong points. Let me know in the comments below, on a percentage basis, how, let's see, what percentage do you actually go to a physical retail store? 50% of the time, 40% of the time, 90% of the time, or do you mainly do your shopping online? Let me know in the comments below.
So I came to the mall to kill some time after my start to my treatments, and you're never going to believe what's happened at the malls. Like, these malls used to be hopping. This is the Macy's. There's literally not one other person shopping. And here's the shopping mall. The only people here today appear to be power walkers who are walking because it's -2 degrees outside. Nobody's got a bag. Nobody's in the stores. This is so wild. I worked in retail for like 20 years before I got my real estate license, and the malls were like the place to be. And we were busy all day, every day. This is insane to me. More mall walkers. Nobody. She works here. This is nuts. You could roll a bowling ball down there and not hit a soul.
Literally the death of retail.
I think.
So this is the death of Livingston Mall. Every single thing, almost, is closed. The elevators don't work. The heat is not on. And they shut off the escalators. But as you can see, the mall's still open with like a handful of stores and a bunch of no-name stores that unfortunately thought they could get some of that foot traffic from being inside of a mall, but didn't realize there's a reason this mall is failing.
Yeah, that mall is literally abandoned. They might as well go ahead and lock the front doors.
Dude, if you have a Big Lots near you, go hit it up because I just got this Red Bull, which I'm excited to try. This is strawberry apricot. Yum. $2. Not even. This was $1.93. Okay? This and these for $4.52. And do you want to know why? It's because they're closing. Big Lots is closing. So if you have a Big Lots near you, go. And then if you go after Thursdays, that's when they're going to mark their stuff down even more. Right now, the whole store is 20 to 50% off. And she just said that the store is actually going to be closed by the end of the month, is what she said. Whoa! This is the first Red Bull I've liked. Oh my god, that's good. These are going in the freezer as soon as I get home. Oh, I also went to the Dispo. If you know, you know. Got me a nice little 8. And that was only $16. I'll see you later.
So you're telling me she's excited and promoting people to go to Big Lots to get a box of candy and a Red Bull. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you believe the death of retail is here? And let me know what percentage of shopping you do at actual physical stores. I look forward to hearing from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.